As we take a live look over the city, some overcast to start your morning, but it seems similar to yesterday. So, Melanie, like yesterday, will the sun be making a return?
We will definitely see some sunshine before the day is done. Here's a look at our work week headlines. It's going to stay humid, so what you're feeling out there now is only going to get a little bit stickier with the days ahead. We also have some hot temperatures that return to our forecast, mainly eyeing this between Tuesday, stretching all the way to possibly Friday, and then we will have to watch for the chance for some storms at least a few days this week. We look at radar and satellite. We're not tracking anything right now, just some showers that are off to northern New England. It's pretty much the same setup that we had yesterday. So we have high pressure near the Gulf of Maine. Clockwise flow around it creates this onshore flow that's once again going to keep temperatures in the 70s and cooler along the coast. There's a front that's draped across New York State, and out ahead of that, that's where there's going to be some storms firing off today. But for the rest of us, we are going to remain dry. We look at the current wind, and we already have an onshore wind along the coast. But for most of us, we're just experiencing a light breeze. Temperatures off to a mild start with most of us in the 60s, 65 in Worcester, 67 in Boston, sitting at 70 in Norwood. Our dew points are still in the 60s, so again, this has not changed. It's still going to be that muggy feel throughout the day. We look at our future forecast, and we're keeping a lot of those clouds around throughout this morning. As we get through about midday, there you see more in the way of sunshine. It's going to be slowest to clear some of this cloud cover closer to the coast, especially across Cape and the Cape Cod and the islands. And then once we get into the afternoon, there you see more sunshine, but it's dry weather with any storms firing off well off to our west. So high temperatures pretty similar to the high temperatures we got yesterday. I think a lot of low to mid 80s inland, some of us overachieving, reaching into the upper 80s like Nashua, Fitchburg, and Attleboro, while along the coast we're in the upper 70s from the North Shore to the South Shore. Along Cape Cod and the islands, those towns generally staying in the low to mid 70s. Once again, another great day to head to the beaches with temperatures in the 70s. Our rip current risk remains low, but the UV index still high, so it takes only about 20-25 minutes at most to get a sunburn. Tides, current tide, it's falling, and high tide is at 2:02. So once we get past 2 o'clock, then you're going to gain more beach space. Another great day to be on the boat. Seas 2 to 3 feet and winds southeast up to 15 knots. So relatively calm out there, but just keep in mind we are going to be dealing with some fog once again. That's slow to clear. Overnight temperatures will be in the 60s, still muggy. Areas of fog rebuilding once again. We've seen that one before, and then we'll wake up tomorrow to those low clouds, get into the 80s again. It's warm, it's humid, temperatures running coolest at the Cape. Now tomorrow we have to watch for the threat for a storm, and this is mainly going to be for areas north and west of the city. So there you see cloud cover. Then we get into some sunshine for some of us. There you see that line of showers and storms well outside of 495, and as it continues to get closer to Metro West and closer to the coast, most of these continue to fizzle out. We'll have to watch for storms still making their way across southern New Hampshire and to the North Shore, and then once we get past sunset, I think that threat is going to diminish. You look at our 7-day forecast, there you see Tuesday through Friday, the heat is really going to build when you factor in that humidity. Some days it could feel like the upper 90s, possibly close to 100 degrees. I think our driest day is going to be on Wednesday, but we will watch for the chance for storms Tuesday and Thursday, and then another round of storms on Friday.
Melanie. But the good news is it won't be sticking around. Melanie's here to tell us when the sunshine will be making a return.
That's right. Just like yesterday, we get back in the sunshine for afternoon. And today is going to be very similar temperature-wise compared to what we experienced yesterday. But get ready for it. We have more heat on the way this week, as well as the humidity. And we'll have to watch for a few afternoons and evenings when we do have some storms. We look at our radar and satellite, not tracking anything. Showers across far northern New England for now. Still the same setup as yesterday. We have high pressure in the Gulf of Maine. Clockwise flow around that is going to create onshore flow, keeping temperatures coolest at the coast, while inland we are warm yet again. There's a front that's well off to our west, and out ahead of that, that's going to have the best chance for storms across New York State. So we are going to remain dry. Already we have an onshore breeze, and the wind is overall pretty light. Current temperatures mild out there, ranging in the upper 60s, low 70s. 70 is the temperature in Boston. Our dew points are in the 60s, so yes, it's going to continue to feel muggy for us all. And here's a closer look at future forecasts. We have a lot of clouds through this morning. By midday into the early afternoon, there's your sunshine. Clouds are going to stick around a little bit longer, closer to the coast, especially for the Cape and the islands. And as we get into this evening, there you see most of us seeing sunshine, storms going off to our west, and we are dry. High temperatures, a lot of low to mid 80s yet again inland. Some upper 80s possible, Nashua to Fitchburg and Attleboro, just like yesterday. Upper 70s from the North Shore to the South Shore, and a lot of low to mid 70s across the Cape. Overnight, our air temperatures matching those dew point temperatures. We'll have areas of fog yet again. Temperatures starting out in the 60s come tomorrow, and then we'll rebound yet again. It's warm and humid with temperatures ranging in the mid 80s for us inland, but coolest temperatures across the Cape and also Cape Ann. There is that threat for a storm mainly off to the north and west for tomorrow, and because there's still a lot of water vapor in the atmosphere, these storms could be slow movers. There is the risk of flash flooding, and that's a marginal risk at that, but a non-zero chance. Southern New Hampshire and then parts of central and western Massachusetts, the best chance for that. We look at future forecasts. We wake up to abundant cloud cover, then we get into some sunshine. There you see north and west of the city. That's the best opportunity for some storms once we get past 3 p.m. Here's a closer look at the evening. Again, north and west, and then once we get to sunset thereafter, that threat is going to fade. Get ready for the humidity. It ticks up. Dew points in the 70s this week, and high temperatures going up as well, near 90 Tuesday through Friday. The peak of the heat and humidity arrives on Wednesday and Thursday. That's when it's going to feel like it's in the upper 90s, close to 100 degrees. Best chance for storms, that comes on Monday and Friday, but I can't rule out a pop-up shower or storm Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday. I think Wednesday's our driest day at that. Then that front that sparked some storms on Friday, behind that, it's going to be less humid and not quite as warm come Saturday.
A new name for a city-state